Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. Follow me, I'll show you how to grow food, tend your vegetables, and manage pests and disease. And that's what we're going to talk about today using the Colorado Potato Beetle. Pests and disease come to your garden. The whole goal is to manage down the damage so that you get production and you get a great harvest. You can never be 100% free of pests and disease. These are potatoes. I have a lot of potatoes. The Colorado Potato Beetle, the adult beetle, will burrow down 6-12 inches into your soil. They'll overwinter there. The adults come out beginning of May here in Maryland. They'll mate, they'll lay eggs, and it's all those hatching eggs that devastate your potato plants. So part of what you want to do is identify the pest. I'll show you the potato beetle, and again, we'll use that as an example. I know that potato beetle overwinters in my area. Beginning of May, they start coming out of the ground when the temperatures are right. Use a insect dust. You can use whatever you want. Spinosad, an organic dust, Captain Jack's dead bug dust, is effective. And you would dust the leaves, and that's going to kill the adults. You want to kill the first wave of adults coming out of the ground because you're going to limit the number of eggs that are laid on here. And by reducing the number of eggs, you reduce the devastation. I have potatoes everywhere, and this has been really effective in managing them. You can see the dust is down now. There's no flowers on here. I'm not worried about this getting to pollinators or good insects. So the first dusting was a little more elaborate. It was all over the place. I wanted to kill off the beetles so they don't, lay eggs and do their thing. Second wave of dust, a little bit less, just kind of kill off whatever ones are left. Let's go over to my other garden so I can show you. Well, there's one right there. So they are around, and you can see that it's walking through the dust. That's how you identify it. That is the Colorado Potato Beetle. And now that it's walked through the dust, I know that that's going to die off pretty quickly. We'll talk about the different treatments that you can use, organic and not organic. It's your choice what you decide to use to manage these problem insects. This is my smaller garden. I have potatoes growing in grow bags, and if you want to subscribe and follow me, check out my channel. I show you how to plant potatoes in grow bags and in the earth. This is a little bit more of an elaborate dusting. Again, Captain Jack's dead bug dust is organic. It's spinosad, and you would want to get the dust in throughout the leaves. It doesn't have to be a super coating, just a dusting through there. And I was going through looking for the eggs. If you flip the undersides of the leaves, you'll find these football shaped, very bright. They're like yellow orange. They're really easy to see. Again, the goal for managing pests is to know their life cycle. So the potato beetle goes down into the soil, comes out in May here in Maryland, crawls around, they mate, they lay eggs, and then a devastation comes. The potato beetles now really aren't eating a lot of leaves, just laying masses of eggs. And I think the female can lay something like 300 to 500 eggs before she dies off or something like that. But just think about that. 500 larvae crawling around chewing down your leaves. That's going to be the problem. So we're on the second dusting. You want to dust initially. You pick a date, May 7th, kill off some of the potato beetles as the example, and then you dust again, 7 to 10 days later. When I was looking through here, I did find some of the eggs. You can see them right here. Let me pull this off. That's what they look like. You would, want to remove the leaf and get rid of them. So you can inspect the undersides of your leaves. That will make a big difference too, because, the eggs were laid before I killed off some of the beetles here. That's going to happen, but this is going to greatly reduce the damage too. So some things you can use. You can use neem oil. If you're using neem oil, you want to spray the top, spray the undersides. I have plenty of neem oil recipes on my channel if you want to check them out, but it's basically 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of neem oil in a gallon of water with some soap, shake it up, spray the underside. You would do this again for the potato beetle. Beginning of May, another 7 days, spray the undersides again, and then probably another week. You want to put the treatments down in cycles for at least 2, probably 3 cycles to get the pest under control. Neem oil works by a component it has called azadirachtin. It's a compound in the oil. The larva would eat the leaf, get the compound inside them, and die off. It's a little bit slower, but it's effective. I like spinosad because I'm killing the adults. The adults may not eat the leaves, may not eat the azadirachtin, the neem oil, and maybe they do lay some more eggs. So 2 strategies is fine. You can use a dust for quickly killing the beetle. You can use the neem oil for dealing with the larvae that may be crawling around. There's also 7 dust, which is a people-made chemical. I'm told that the Colorado potato beetle is resistant to the active ingredient in 7. However, I've used it on my plants to test it out. It has killed the Colorado potato beetle. But this is generally what the dusting looks like. It's effective. You can use spinosad, organic. You could use 7 dust, perhaps, if the beetle's not resistant to it in your area. You can also use neem oil. And then the 4th thing is what I already did, is I just went in there and looked on the undersides to see if there were any eggs laying around. And that is really the best way to take care of your plant. If you wait till you see the larvae everywhere in different stages, they can devastate all of your potato leaves. And once your potato leaves lose like 30% of the leaves, it does impact the growth of the potato. Let's look in one more area. These are potatoes growing in 20-gallon root pouches. I sell these at my seed shop. The shop is linked in the video description. And I did a layering. 4 inches up, put in some potatoes, another 4 inches, more potatoes. So you can really grow potatoes effectively. You just don't want them wiped out by problems. And just a quick look on the undersides, and you want to, probably do this every couple of days. I think once the eggs are laid, they hatch in like 2 or 3 weeks, and depending on the temperatures, the larva can become an adult beetle, I don't know, maybe in like 4 weeks or so. So you have time, but you do have to be out inspecting, and it's good. I don't see a lot of the orange eggs, if any, but here and there on my plants. If you dust and you just give it a shake, you will drop the dust down into the core of the plant. That's a wonderful way to get to those adult beetles. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. And the whole key to managing pests and disease is to learn what comes to your garden and start treating early. This way you manage down the damage and you get better production and better harvests. Again, thanks for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com, and please subscribe. I'll show you how to grow food, create compost, take care of problems in the garden, and just, have fun, which is most important. Get into your garden, enjoy it, experiment, learn as you go, and just have fun. Your plants want to give. Even if you have a tough year, you're still going to get something out of your garden. Thanks so much for watching.